All right. I actually don't hate Taylor Swift. This tweet was in perfect harmony. 3 things: equally unnecessary, unhelpful, and stupid. Taylor Swift is wrong about things as well, and I'm going to get there. I think she missed a big opportunity, actually, and I'm going to try to help her through it in this video. We'll get there, but first, I should establish sort of where I am on the issue of Taylor Swift, because I think you picked the right video. I think I'm the perfect person for anyone out there, either side, to listen to. I'm very fair when it comes to Taylor Swift. Here's the deal. Taylor Swift is one of probably 4 or 5 musicians on the entire earth that for the last several album releases since probably 2017, I've listened to every single song she's released. Again, there's probably only 4 or 5 artists that I would do that for. I do that because my wife is a big fan of Taylor Swift. Here's some of the background here. A Taylor Swift song played as a part of our wedding. We danced to it. We went to the Eras tour. You may have heard that's not cheap. We went anyways. I'm fine with Taylor Swift. I think conservatives should be generally fine with Taylor Swift. Isn't she kind of what we've been asking for? She's generally conservative acting, at least modest is what I mean by that. And she's celebrated for her heterosexuality repeatedly. That's her whole story. Her whole career arc is because of her heterosexuality. I don't think we should just be throwing Taylor Swift out. Like, I believe she could come around if she understands what I talk about in this video. Here's the other thing. I think we should talk about these things when it comes to Taylor Swift relatively calmly. This is not one of those serious topics. There's a lot of serious stuff we can rant and yell about and cuss about right now on the internet. Taylor Swift's endorsement, I don't think, is one of them. Some people are really mad.
Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris. I'm allowed to criticize Taylor Swift, and I don't give a shit who gets upset. F you, Taylor Swift.
You're not going to find me being mad that Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Number one, because I don't have any expectations of Taylor Swift otherwise. If I did have an expectation of Taylor Swift, it certainly would have been to do what she did. Here's the cat photo that she's made famous via Instagram in endorsing Kamala Harris, and here are some of her words that were below it. I'm not going to read them, but she endorses Kamala. Of course she did. Should she have? No. I'll explain that in a moment, but am I surprised she did? No, she endorsed Biden. She's a female billionaire, elite, famous person. Of course, why would she not, without thought, why would she not endorse a female candidate, Democrat? Don't hate Taylor Swift, Megan. Don't hate Taylor Swift, Donald Trump, because look at the company you keep. I posted this on Facebook one day before her endorsement of Kamala Harris came. I still stand by what I said. Here's what I said. Categories of people that don't like Taylor Swift. 1. Absurd black women jealous that Travis can date more than one shade of a woman. 2. Idiot, middle-aged, often single men that think she doesn't belong in their precious football when in reality she has probably already caught up to those same men when it comes to understanding the game. 3. Kim Kardashian, that speaks for itself. 4. Ridiculous leftists that are protective over Taylor spending any time with a MAGA patriot. 5. Dishonest, poor people that act like they wouldn't use a private jet had they been born with an ounce of creativity or talent themselves. Conservatives, that's the company you keep when you go out on the internet hating Taylor Swift because she endorsed Kamala Harris, which was obviously going to happen. I go on to finish that Facebook post saying, I don't even rep Taylor like that, but I always find myself fired up when somebody is so obviously maligned by the masses for nonsense. Taylor, you have FU money. You might as well FU somebody every once in a while. she goes on the next day to not do that. Let me get into the opportunity that Taylor Swift missed. She probably should not have endorsed either candidate. That would have been fine. She still would have blown an opportunity even if she didn't do that. I think she should have endorsed Donald Trump. Seriously. Seriously. In her position, she should have heavily considered. She actually underestimates her position. To the majority of her following, she can do no wrong no matter what. Like I just explained through the list of categories of people that don't like her, those that don't like her have proven they will find petty issues to complain about regardless. So just forget about those people. You can't make everybody like you. Taylor still believes she could lose a huge chunk of her fan base if she doesn't parrot the common famous person viewpoints. But I think she's immune. I actually think she's immune. She's kind of above reproach when it comes to that. She could have established a new standard among the entertainment elites that it's okay to distance yourself from the party that deliberately tanked Biden for a woman no one voted for. That's a very understandable position to take. It doesn't make you a conservative. She could come out very clearly saying that I'm not a right-winger all of a sudden. It just means you can't support the Democratic Party currently. This is what Robert F. Kennedy has been talking about. This is what many former Democrats that aren't like brainwashed insane have been saying. I'm not a MAGA conservative, but I can't support this. That you want to talk about threat to democracy, let's talk about cheating the system to elevate a DEI hire that has never received a primary vote, okay? The people who are so loyal to Taylor Swift, they're gonna get past that because you're not just all of a sudden flipping your allegiance. You're just kind of taking a common sense stand that what they're doing through Kamala Harris is anti-American. Blown opportunity for someone especially obsessed with transforming her identity every few years and establishing eras of her career. That's why it really could have worked for her. She could have pulled this off. She could have pulled a Trump pivot off as an era of her career. Release music around it. Monetize it. She's all about that, right? It's clearly her decision was because she didn't want to influence her ability to make the money she already makes. She missed an opportunity to tap into yet another income stream that she has yet to make. You come out and you pull an Usher. You see what Usher did? You know, they tried to get him to commit to endorsing Kamala Harris, and his approach was, not so fast. No, I'm not going to endorse either of them. Everybody kind of take that as you will. My recommendation is everybody just does their research and makes the decision that's right for them. When somebody says that, we know what they're saying. Taylor could have done that. She absolutely, if Usher can do that, Taylor Swift can do that. By the way, since I can report to you guys firsthand, being married to a Swiftie, my home, my house, my family unit of two would basically, it would qualify as a Swiftie household, right? People can very much enjoy Taylor Swift's music and career, as my wife does, without Taylor Swift having any influence on she or I politically, like at all, like even one iota. And there's a lot of women like that. Taylor Swift has a massive following, unlike I've ever seen in person, as I explained in my Eras Tour YouTube video. I talked at length about that. She's a master at what she does. She's got a great career. Taylor Swift has more loyal fans than you can imagine, but there are a lot of them that she can't possibly move politically. Watch this.
MAGA chicks across the internet taking revenge on Taylor Swift with a hot new trend. This one's spicy.
Voting Donald Trump, baby. 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 Voting Donald Trump, baby.
I found that compilation hilarious, but it also made a lot of sense to me because it reminded me a lot of my wife. One, because the women in the video are very attractive, so is my wife, obviously. But there's a lot of that category of female out there. Taylor Swift fans love the music, obviously, but they're mocking the concept that Taylor Swift would alter or influence their vote in any way. Fire away below your opinions. I'm interested in reading the comments section this time, especially. Taylor Swift might be as polarizing a figure, a character, as Trump himself is. Let me hear from you. I will see you next time on Welty.
Voting Donald Trump, baby.